Hi guys, welcome back to the channel Bitrate. Now I've been having a lot of questions in my DM like, hey Bitrate, are we currently in the bull run or is Bitcoin going to retrace or Bitcoin is expected to still drop down to 40k? Now let's quickly go into the chart and then reanalyze Bitcoin and see what we'll be expecting probably in the next few months. Now let's quickly go back to the year 2017. We can see from the high to the low is approximately 364 days. Then the low to the halving was around 2020 is 513 days. And then halving to the high, the peak, okay, around 2021 was 546 days. And then the halving so the low was 924 days. And then we have high to low again, 378 days. Now you can see these 364 days and 378 days are very, 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 very close. The range are close. Okay. Now we have the low to halving, which is 56516, and then we have low to halving here, which is 513. So you can also see also the same range. Now we have having to high 539. We have having to high. We have 546, the same range. Now we are predicting the having to the low to be 924 days thereabouts or 920 days or above 924 days. Okay, so which is expected to be in October. All right, following the previous data. So it's expected to be in October. And also the low in October to the halving is expected to also be 513 days thereabouts. So our halving is expected to also be in April. Okay, April, May. That's where we are expecting our halving. Now let's go to the current position where Bitcoin is currently now. All right, so we can see Bitcoin is buying very aggressively from this point, which I said in the last video. You can go and check from the channel. You watch the last video to see how I predicted Bitcoin to buy to this zone where it is right now. So for those of you asking if Bitcoin is going to continue buying or if Bitcoin is going to sell or retrace, now this part is for you. I'm expecting Bitcoin to tap into a particular zone, which I'm going to show you now, and then sell. So during October, we are going to be buying up. Okay, so that's my prediction. Now, let me zoom in. Let me take this off. Okay, now you can see very, very, very clearly there's a sweep of this previous monthly candle. Okay, and then there is a close of that same monthly candle. This particular candle did the work. This particular monthly candle, this was January, did the work. It did a sweep and then a close. Okay, so all this in this particular place may act as our liquidity zone to this candle week in this particular point. All right. So in the last video, I spotted out this sweep, okay, and then this break, which I was predicting Bitcoin to buy to this zone and then sell. Okay, but now I'm thinking Bitcoin is going to buy up the way to this point because I believe a lot of people are selling now from this point. Okay, Bitcoin need liquidity to sell because this is a lot of liquidity that took Bitcoin to this point. There's a lot of liquidity, a lot of money. Bitcoin need that same amount to sell. So that is why I'm expecting Bitcoin to take out everybody here. This is a valid structure for Bitcoin to sell. A very, very valid structure for Bitcoin to sell. Let's go to the 1 day time frame. Okay, so on the 1 day time frame, that is where we have the order block. You can see it. That is where we have the order block zone. Now Bitcoin have tapped in the order block zone. Bitcoin have tapped in the order block zone. We are now expecting Bitcoin to sell. Bitcoin to sell. to the trend line again and during October and buy. So we are expecting a sell on Bitcoin. So I'm expecting a sell in these two zones. Now Bitcoin has given a sweep of the previous daily candle. We can see tapping into the other block gave a sweep of the last daily candle, which is a confirmation to sell. But there is a but we have a sweep here also, so which is also indicating that we need to be buying Bitcoin also. So what are we going to do? First of all, we are going to wait. If there is a break below this low, then the sell is confirmed. So Bitcoin is going to be selling from this zone. If it breaks below this low, we are going to be selling from the other block that is going to be, we're going to be selling from the other block in this particular zone. That's where we're going to be selling from. Okay. So I'm going to go lower for us. Okay. So I already have setups in this point. I already have setups in this point. Now, the sweep, this is the low of the daily candle, which we are expected to take out. So that low is now our liquidity. That low is now our liquidity. Okay. So this is our liquidity to our order block zone at this point. So Bitcoin will be buying from this zone. So now we're expecting a sell because there is a sweep of the previous daily candle. We're expecting a sell. So I saw a zone here that is below the sweep, which is a very valid zone to me. There is a liquidity. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to buy and then sell and then buy. But this buy, if this buy fails, then we're going to be selling. But if this buy doesn't fail, then Bitcoin is going to buy all the way to the 1 month breaker block. Okay, then we will be selling Bitcoin from this zone. So these are my prediction. Okay, these are my prediction. Selling, these are for people who are trading futures. Sell, we buy, we sell, or we sell. If this doesn't hold, we continue selling. So these are my prediction. These are my prediction. If you go to the 5 minutes time frame, you can see I already have a buy here because I said Bitcoin is going to be buying. I already have a buy there. Okay, so yeah, so that's the buy. That's the buy entry I was having because I did the analysis on my phone. So I'm just predicting, not like I'm really trading that lower time frame entry. Okay, so I'm doing Bitcoin to buy and sell. I'm selling from this point here. Sell 1:4 to 5, and then I will buy. So these are my predictions for Bitcoin. Make sure you make use of this analysis. Buy, sell, and buy. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel to see more content like this so you will be in the forefront in making profits. Thank you very much. See you in the other one.